Hello everyone. If you're with us in church on Sunday morning, someone would have just read for you from the beginning of Matthew 10. And if you're not, then do go and have a look at that just as we begin and notice with me what it means to be people who go out in Jesus' name. They're passages we've explored a lot in the past, and if you look over them, you'll see that among many amazing things, we have this expectation that God will provide for his people as they step out in his name, that as they have freely received, so they go out and they freely give. And here in the gospel, Jesus' disciples are expected to find people who will welcome them, people who provide for them. In the book of Acts, we find something a bit different. We find the disciples all providing for each other. In Paul's letters, different churches are resourcing others in need, sometimes even out of their own great poverty. And consistently through their Gospels, Jesus talks about money. He celebrates devotion to God. He inspires generosity from converts to faith. He challenges the rich to give up everything they have. And he does it knowing that in the end it's God who gives everything freely to us through Jesus himself. Freely you've received, so freely give, Jesus tells us. It's that time of year when we focus in on what it means to give money to Jesus and his church. And this year we do it in a context of thinking about the freedom God gives us. So one of our big questions will be, what does it mean to give freely? And to do this, I'm going to explore a few key principles of giving for followers of Jesus. Here I'm offering a few initial ideas about generosity, and then we're going to get into thinking about giving being a priority and being proportionate, about giving being sacrificial and being cheerful. Two opposite pairs to help us see the heart of God for us where giving is concerned. I'm breaking this down into 5 little sections, and you'll either find yourself watching them one by one as we send them out by email over the next week or so, or as 5 little bites of teaching with time to reflect in between at Stoke Church on Sunday the 10th of July in the morning, or maybe both. And as we go along, I'll just refer to a few scriptures that you can dig into a bit more yourself as you continue this amazing adventure of giving to Jesus and his church here. And I'll point out a few ways that all that you are generously giving already is advancing God's kingdom here as well. And there'll be ways to respond to. Because you're generous in so many ways, and that's prompted, isn't it, by the generosity of God. You really are so generous. When our kids were small, we used to listen to a song, Our God's Generous, he gives to all of us, holding nothing back, he pours out his love. He sent Jesus Christ to be my sacrifice, the greatest gift from heaven above. In Jesus, God has given us what Paul calls an indescribable gift, what the song calls the greatest gift. It would have been understandable if God had shied away from us in our sin and in our mess, kept his distance safely in heaven, but he didn't. He held nothing back, pouring out his love in sending his son to die in our place. He's given us everything. Romans 8 asks us how much more God will not graciously give us all things. God has given us so much in our churches here, and it's enabled us to do some amazing youth work the last year. It's enabled us we had a great meeting with some families just Sunday afternoon last week. We look forward, COVID has got in the way, so we're looking a bit further forward to welcoming 50 or 60 people from around the community for a barbecue. There's so much we can do with your giving, but Christian giving isn't probably first and foremost a response to vision or need. Probably first of all, it's out of gratitude, free gratitude to God who's given us so much and who wants graciously to give us all things. So as we pause for a moment, as we'll do at the end of each section, when was the last time someone was really generous to you, I wonder? So generous that it inspired you to be generous in turn.